boots on the ground, putting it down, still exercising a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Still a year out of surgery. Thank God I'm well. Welcome back to the Stock Scoop. I have a special show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. This is your show. This is the home of the baby knockout, where our baby knockouts knock out the stock market competition. I'm Mickey Dee, aka the baby knockout goat, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, there's wars all around us, ladies and gentlemen, and we're involved with a war right now. The United States of America and Iran are involved with a big war. It gives us an opportunity to introduce you to one of our baby knockouts, our Navy AI baby knockout, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, I'm going to reveal that stock. I haven't talked about that stock ever on the Stock Scoop. This is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, and have some grace, my paying students, because you were in at 50 cents, you were in at a quarter, 30 cents. It stayed maybe 40 cents for a long time. So congratulations to all of you that were in then. We've been talking about stocks that were up on 1,000%. Uh, you're big time up on a lot of these stocks. Take a little bit off the table. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about setting stops and reserving, keeping some of our profits. Just take your investment money off the table when you're up. And I did that. I told you one of the stocks was Avino. So I was 1,500% up, guys. So taking a little bit off the table was an easy decision for me. It was not a difficult decision. For some of you that are big up, like on this number one, a Navy AI baby knockout that I'm going to reveal to you here, it might not be a bad idea to take some off the table. But I'm having a little technical difficulty today with the internet and all that. You may be having the same problem. But anyway, let's power through this and let's make this happen. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for, we're a small group of people. There's not a lot of us that are involved in these commodities. We're really, make sure you hit that like, do what you can to help the Stock Scoop, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, thumbs up, thumbs up. If you can do that every time you see a video, if you can, do what you do. I'm not. You can't tell people to watch a somewhat boring video, uh, and you know, but they make a lot of money. Well, you guys are doing very well with the stocks. Dating back, I mean, I was looking the other day at investing gold today without being cheated on Amazon or any bookstore or anything. I wrote this little book here. This spun, when I was talking about at Nico Eco at $45, nobody was hearing me. Barrick was 2022, 23, 24. It was a teenager. And it stayed a teenager for a long time. And the silver companies and the other baby knockouts there's a $56 million market cap. Some of these others, Dolly Varden just recently had. You get all these. They're in there. I mean, we keyed on them early, ladies and gentlemen, early. And if you want to know how the bad man reacts to baby knockout trading strategies out right now, you can learn your own. Make sure you get a copy of that. It also has the Hall of Famers in there, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you get a copy of that, at least for your souvenir shop, for your bookstore, ladies and gentlemen. But let's take a look for this first time ever, this Navy AI baby knockout that maybe you may consider trimming some if you're way up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stock Scoop. I'm Mickey Dee, aka the Baby Knockout Goat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. The AI Navy Baby Knockout I wanted to reveal to you for the first time is Kraken Robotics, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little baby company, a little 25 cent, 30 cent, 50 cent company, wherever you're in, 75 cents, wherever you're in, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on Kraken Robotics. As you know, we had sort of a little game going with our Navy Baby Knockout, which was way behind in the beginning, but now they're getting their act together because the Army Air Force Baby Knockout was way ahead of the name. In fact, it was almost double digits when this was really, really low right now, and it's approaching. Maybe we can get the maps up. It's over $6 right now in USD. But Kraken Robotics recently, ladies and gentlemen, recently as within the last few days made a great purchase. They bought Convelia Group out. This company out of UK. Now they have this group has 6 companies that provide underwater technology for defense and commercial use worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, when we first looked at this company, we said, "Hey, we're looking for a transformational company that did the imaging, company that would work during, like now, like would work during wartime." Now, you guys that have been in the military and in the Navy, you know how effective the sonar is, the Navy's patented sonar is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we used to use um, animals. Am I going to get in trouble if I mention some of the yeah, we use anything we could use, ladies and gentlemen. Is that top secret information? I'm not sure. But this company out of Canada, they have more than 30 uh, countries worldwide. They're clients in more than 30 countries. Remember, and I told you guys with in the Baby Knockout newsletter, with this backlog, sooner or later, this company is going to catch up. The backlog of this catfish product that they have, this high speed, product that they, 10 knots providing increased area coverage. Yeah, they have what it takes. This sonar SAS as a technology of integrated it would perform imaging and mapping simultaneously, ladies and gentlemen. And they have these underwater batteries that are top batteries that are top uh, highest energy density in the market for subsea batteries. So Kraken really they do have it going on. We love this company, not loving it enough to be 1,000% up and not take some profits off the table, ladies and gentlemen. We don't love it that much. Okay, when you get up on these baby knockouts, even though it's a great company and we like it, well, like I said, if you're in with us, if you're trading baby knockouts for life and you're in with us, 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents or so, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please take some off the table. As you guys know, stocks go up and stocks go down. We've been pennies and patience with this company. Now that we're up on this company, and sure, it's going to get bigger now that they bought this other Convela, Covia group, ladies and gentlemen. I can't talk to you here today. But this UK based group that has 6 additional companies, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to provide all that stuff, that positioning, that imaging, that sensing, that navigation, all that. They're going to be great for our Navy baby knockout Kraken Robotics, ladies and gentlemen. You take that to the bank. The baby knockout GOAT has revealed another one, ladies and gentlemen, another baby knockout that many of you paid a lot of your hard-earned money to get, but you got it at a quarter, 50 cents, when they're getting it now at $6. That's the way we get down, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have another one for you right up top here where we got in once again really, really low. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Kraken has done very, very well for us. Uh, Bottom left to upper right. As you can see, when we got it as a baby knockout, I'm going to go out a little further here if I can. Uh, but the way the internet is going right now, it's really, really tough. But as you can see, we were accumulating 22, 23, 24 or so, and then it took off. So you guys that were pennies and patience, ladies and gentlemen, there's a 4-cent stock that came out of the conferences, there are other conferences all over. 4 cent gold and silver play, ladies and gentlemen. Pennies and patience, ladies and gentlemen. Pennies and there's all kinds. You you that have not paid, you did get a letter, what have you. If you drop in the Baby Knockout newsletter, well, you don't. This is a time when you don't want to do that, ladies and gentlemen. You definitely want to make sure your Baby Knockout, your donation has cleared, and you are getting the Baby Knockout newsletter, ladies and gentlemen. It's only $99 a year. Some of you have not paid, so you didn't get the stocks from the money show there in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. We had some very, very good stocks there, so you want to definitely get those and be on it. But this Kraken didn't wake up until 2024 or so, and then it started creeping up, and look at where we are now, $6.42 on a down day of. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We revealed the Navy AI Baby Knockout for the first time on the Stock Scoop with Mickey Dee. That was a big thing getting that one out there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we expect bigger and bigger things from the uh, Navy AI Baby Knockout. We expect big things from the Army Air Force Baby Knockout also, which we may reveal someday. It may be a year or 2 years from now. But our baby knockouts really knock out the stock market competition. And we believe our research and are looking at Kraken Robotics early on, ladies and gentlemen, and the moves that management is making now will be beneficial to us for years and years to come as they strengthen the all around company there. It's going to be a one stop shop, ladies and gentlemen, for any company that needs this type of. You need to be underwater for a long time. You need those batteries. You need the sonar. You don't need to be detected as you're going out doing your surveillance. You're doing some mapping, and so that's going to be very crucial during the next few years, because it looks like we're going to have wars for a while. So this is not war profiteering or anything. These are companies we were in years ago, ladies and gentlemen. We singled out these companies before even Ukraine. These are companies that we figured, well, this is going to happen, and these companies are going. You got to do forward thinking, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the only way I've been able to beat Wall Street like a drum for years and years and years. And if you get baby knockout trading strategy, you'll see, guys, how beginner investors became millionaires. You'll see. Make sure you get a copy of that, and you'll see how we pick these baby knockouts, ladies and gentlemen. We get in there early, and it's just like investing gold, just like investing gold today without being cheated. It's you looking down the road, you seeing an Nico Eagle at $40-$45, and you write about it. A Barrick, what, for 22, like I said, 22, 23, 24. Barrick was a teenager, ladies and gentlemen. So all these, they're in the book. I'm not hiding anything. The baby knockout goat is putting it out there, ladies and gentlemen. That trading strategy is going to be the number one trading strategy in America here pretty soon. Love you. God bless you. Take care. Make sure you go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and do get your donation in, so we can you can get the baby knockouts early, especially this conference stuff going on right now. A lot of good stuff coming out, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of good stuff coming out. Love you. God bless you. Take care of your family. Whenever you're looking, you need strength, you need energy, you need guidance, ladies and gentlemen. Look up, because that's where you're going to find it. Love you. Take care. God bless. To all the men and women fighting this war right now, I salute you. Carry on. Love you. God bless you and your family.